Yo, what up, everybody? It's the Kash Show. We here with Zero Boy Productions, Don Cook Media, and we also have another special guest, the first female artist on here, and I'm proud and happy to introduce PYT. Man, tell these people who you are and where you from and what you do.
Hey y'all, they call me PYT. I'm a female hip-hop artist. I write, record music for television and film, and I'm a performer as well. I podcast, I do my food stuff. I wear a lot of hats.
All right, so They Call Me PYT, right? How did that name come about, and what was the first time that you actually got into like music, and how did that feel for you?
Well, the name came about because when I first moved to LA, I was the Square. And everybody found out, well, my friends, they found out that I really liked Michael Jackson. This was 2 years before Michael Jackson passed away. So they just was like, we're going to call you PYT. And then I put They Call Me because they call me PYT. So that's how that came about.
All right, so how would you introduce to music? Like, how did you get into music?
Well, with that, my mom, I would like to say that my mom is the person that introduced me to music. My name is Maya Simone, after Maya Angelou and Nina Simone. She used to play when I was little, like Tracy Chapman and stuff like that. And then when I grew up, I just always listened to the music that she would play, but then I started like paying attention to different artists and things like that. And then I didn't look at them from the perspective of like, oh, I'm a fan. It was more so like, I want to do that.
Right.
So how do I get there? Just watch these people, study these people. So that's really was my introduction to music.
So from being introduced to music, like what was the point where you know that you wanted to take this and make it a career?
Bow Wow.
What did he do?
He came out as a rapper. I mean, I was born in 1990, so you had Crisscross and stuff like that, but I didn't see, like, I remember it, but I didn't see their fame, you know? When Bow Wow came out, I was like in the 5th grade. So it was like, wow, it's this little kid and he rapping and he's selling out the Madison Square Garden, you know, he's all over the magazines, he's everywhere, you know, and I just was like, it'd be cool for a young chick to come out and like be, you got the dog, you got the cat, you feel me? And I just always thought that would have been cool to have like a female prototype, another young female rapper, you know, at the time that he was doing his thing. Shout out to Roxanne Shante. I know that she started when she was a teen, first female rapper that they, you know, on paper, but I didn't see that. So for me, it was like, I thought it would have been cool to see a young girl, but that just never happened. I hope that it does happen though. I do.
All right, so what was like the first song that made you say, okay, yeah, they loving me? Like, what was that song?
My very first performance.
And what was that?
It wasn't a song. I had never recorded before or nothing.
Do you know where you like performed at?
Carson Mall. Yeah, my mom, she found out, like I was always in my room. I was really quiet growing up. So I would always write and stuff like that, but nobody knew what I was doing. So she found like journals in my room and she's like, you got all these journals like full of poetry and lyrics and stuff like that. So she made me get on stage. She didn't have a conversation with me. It wasn't like, you know, is this what you want to do? She found out it was a talent show. Took me to the place, signed me up. We went to the Carson Mall. She bought my outfit. We went to the Compton swap meet. That's when the Compton swap meet was Avalon swap meet. That's when the Avalon swap meet was still on Avalon. Yeah.
I know what I said. Yeah, it's still there.
So we but they got like the Mexican like warehouse.
It's more like it's more like a.
They ain't selling no jewelry and all that.
Nah, it's more like you know where to go get some toilet paper and some cleaning supplies from though.
Hey, they got you on the bulk. I'm telling you.
On me.
Costco ain't got nothing on them. They got the cheap prices. But
go up in there.
She took me there to a record store. That's when like they still was doing instrumentals on CDs and tapes. So I bought a instrumental CD and Trick Daddy's song "Blowing in the Wind." The instrumental was on there. Went home to my grandmother's house in the back room and I just wrote bars. I didn't know how to like write songs. I just would write lyrics. So I just wrote to the whole beat. Crazy thing is, when I got on stage, I forgot the lyrics. So I freestyled. Nobody knew. And I just was up there just going. And I knew I must have did a good job, because once I was done, it was like everybody was standing up. Like people was clapping, and I'm just standing there shy, you know, and it's just like, wow. Like, and after that, it was like, nah, they threw me on stage. It was like, this is what you gonna do.
Right. So that road eventually lead to you having like TV placements. Like, how did that come about, and what was that experience like for you?
My mom always put me in like seminars, writing seminars, little shows, talent shows and stuff like that, and I always won. I will win for performer, but I also will always win for songwriter. I always wanted to just perform. I never looked at myself as like, oh, I'm gonna write for other people or even write music for TV. I didn't know how to go about that. What happened was in 2019, this producer, he hit me up and he was like, I respect your grind. I like what you do. I do music for television. He said, you probably won't believe me. And he just started sending me links. It was like, he did the True Jackson VP Keke Palmer theme.
Dope.
Then he sent me like a Tiger song. He just was sending me stuff that he did, and he was like, you could trust me or not. He said, but I'm gonna send you some beats. I don't want no money from you. Shout out to him, because most of the people that I work with, I'm sorry, but most of the people that I work with, everybody is like, oh, you gotta pay. He said, I don't want nothing from you. Go to the studio, do the song, send them in. I sent them in, and literally that same week, he's like, they want all 3. Can you do more? And then from then, it was like, they need 10 songs. I'm gonna send you 10 beats. They need 10 songs. Write to like 5. I will write to all 10. They want all of them. Okay. And it just kept going. Dope. It's like my 6th year now. So.
That's dope.
Thank you.
All right. So, like, do you have any new music out, or like new music coming soon, or?
Yeah, I got a new song out. It's called You Want Her, produced by Too Smooth on the Beat. It's out right now. I actually submitted it for television, so I'm gonna just keep it 100. If they hit me up and say they want it, I'm pulling it down. But it is out right now. West Coast banger. I never really recorded to West Coast music before. Yeah, so it was interesting doing it. I did like the Nate Dogg thing. I sung on the hook. I did a bridge. People don't do bridges anymore. But yeah, You Want Her. It's out now.
All right. So what were some of the television shows that your music was on?
Insecure seasons 3, 4, and 5. All American season 1 and 2. Help, My Secret Relationship on MTV. Man, True Crime. It was a true crime show that Remy Ma was hosting.
Dope.
The newest one, Magic City documentary, that's on Hulu right now. The trailer that was all over Shade Room and stuff, that was my song. Dope. They don't know that, but people was tagging me and was like, yo, this you. I'm like, yeah, this me. And Loving Hip Hop. That one, honestly, to keep it real, Loving Hip Hop was the one for me where I was like, I did it. And it's not because I felt like that show was a big show. I used to watch that show. So to see my song on there, it was just like, when I was like 18, 19, like I remember I used to watch this show. I used to look at all the artists and just listen to the music that was on there, but I never thought that my song would make it on there.
Dope. And it did. So
and it did.
That tells a lot about like people doubting themselves and say this won't happen. Like, bro, just know anything's possible. Like,
that's true.
Anything's possible. Like, have you performed recently, or will you be performing soon?
I am. I'm performing October 24th. For me, I feel like this is my last performance.
Why?
For me. You don't do it for the money, but I've been doing this performance since I was 13. I'm being paid to perform at this show. I was able to negotiate the performance fee for this show based off of what I do for television. And I'm gonna say that again for the artist that's watching. I was able to negotiate this booking fee for this show based off the work I do for television. I put it to the person like, I don't want to perform. Literally, I said, thank you for wanting to book me, but I don't think you should book me. I think you should book another female artist. I don't perform. I don't know if I could bring people out. And he said to me, you have music all over television. You get paid for your voice. That's what I'm paying you for. I respect your hustle. I respect your grind. You built yourself up to this point. That's what I'm paying for.
Right.
So I stuck to my guns. Other than that, most of the people I perform for, I be performing 3-4 times out of the week.
All right.
Literally 3-4 times out of the week, and those same people, no, you think they come and they support you? You think they buy your CDs? You think, no, they want you to come because they need artists. They want you to come. They'll book 10 artists, charge y'all $150, $300. I paid $1,000 one time to perform, and it was 10 people in the audience, and I brought 6 of them. Okay,
that's crazy.
They want you to pay for these performances and stuff, and they tell you, oh, it's to better your career. But if they didn't have no artists performing, guess what? That promoter wouldn't have that event booked.
Right.
People don't go to the club no more to listen to music. They go to the club to do their little pimping and they macking, and they want to see somebody on stage performing.
Right.
You know, and once I started like learning that, like I have a ledger of like all the performances I've done. And I really sat one day and I'm like, I paid for this, I paid this person, I paid this person. I put more money into my career than anybody I've ever worked with.
That's crazy.
You know?
Yeah.
And you don't get the return. Once I hit TV, it was like, wow, people value what I do. I matter. Right. My music matters, you know? And promoters tell you, oh, you're not this, you're not Cardi B. Somebody told me that the year before I got my first placement. BITCH, you ain't Cardi B.
That's crazy. Somebody told me I ain't DJ Mustard. That was crazy.
Straight up. What? I'm like, okay. I said, respect to Cardi B. I said, but I don't want that fame. Whatever the success that God wants for me, I'm going to get it. And the next year, I got my placements. So artists, like, stick to your guns. Like, for real. Don't let nobody use you. Don't become a pedestal for people to build their brands and their empires off of. You know, you got leverage. Use it.
I think a lot of leverage comes from just like, I know a lot of people may think like social media is getting out of whack, which I do too, but you just got to navigate it differently and look at it differently. I know people like the likes, but people watching you and they not liking, right? But out of all those views, like how you said, your boy told you, so he seen what you was doing, he saw your grind, he believed in you enough to place you somewhere, you get what I'm saying? And I think that's what it's about, like, it's not what you do, it's where you do it at, you know what I'm saying? So you've been in those shows. It wasn't nobody in those shows that was saying like, but when you putting your face everywhere and you plastering it all over the place, somebody gonna see what you do enough to believe in you and pick you up and work with you, because we in a world full of like people who are like looking for you to pay them. Oh, I need you to pay, I need you to pay, I need you to pay. Like there's no like bartering situations or nobody who just like, okay, I got it enough to believe in this person, let me put this person in place. And after that, I've learned this. Jim Rohn said, the only thing better than money is being a part of someone else's success story. And I want to be the person that when people enter the room, any room, and they mentioning my name come out good. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I live for, you feel me? And everything else just going to come with it. That's what this stands for. We're one's prosper eventually. You feel me? That's what Rope is. That's my brand. You feel me? But yeah, so I know the industry is kind of like, I want to say biased, but also it's kind of tough for females. So like, what is it, like what is your opinion on like female rap and females in the industry? Like,
I will say that one thing as a female rapper that kind of made me take a step back was when I first was like doing music, it was just about like the talent. It wasn't about like the bodies and the hair. It wasn't about that. Once it started, like I started dressing a certain type of way. I started getting my hair done and doing makeup, but I didn't like the response. I didn't like that now you have people, I ain't never had sex with nobody that's a producer, an engineer, videographer, none of that. If you do music, I'm good. Like, conflict of interest for me. And when it got to that point where people was like pressuring me, like I almost got raped before.
That's crazy.
Like real talk. I've had DJs who are popping DJs on the West Coast, and I'm not gonna say nobody's name, but I've had DJs kiss me while we sitting there listening to beats. I've had DJs walk into a room and I'm in the room and you walk in the room and close the door like, oh, what's up, PYT? Like what are we finna talk about?
That's crazy. You
feel me? So for me, it was like, y'all don't want to hear what I gotta say. Y'all just want to see my body. Y'all just want to see what I'm willing to do. People who like I said, I'm not gonna say no names, but people who are managers of people who are Grammy Award winners. Like last year, this guy, he got upset at me because I met him at an event. It was like a Ben Crump event, star-studded. So you know, I'm networking with people. I meet this guy. He's a talent producer or whatever, and he after that he hit me up. I'm at work. I want to say like that Monday or Tuesday, and he was saying there was some event or something coming up, and did I want to be his date? And for me, that's a no.
Right.
That's a no. You want me to pull up to the studio with my team or something like that because you want to listen to music or something, cool. You want to invite me to an event, fine. But if I got to be your date, that means I got to get my hair done, my makeup done. I have a dress a certain type of way. I have to be in your close proximity. I just was like, I don't think that's appropriate. And he literally was like, well, how you think, like, no disrespect, but he was like, you know, how you think people like Sexy Red? He literally got at me like that.
That's crazy.
And I said, well, I don't want to be that type of female rapper. He said, well, she's selling out shows and, you know, I said, yeah, but I don't want to influence my people in that way.
Right.
So I'm not going to put myself out there as that type of female rapper. And I feel like on the West Coast, I've been seeing the conversations about female rappers never go nowhere, never do nothing. I feel like there needs to be maybe a platform for female rappers to say why.
Right.
Speak our truth. Why? Why does it seem like, you feel me, you want to make us do things? They probably make the dudes do it too.
Right.
You know, but it's not something that is on the surface. It's something that's
hidden.
Yeah. With us, soon as you come into the studio, it's like, what you willing to do? And it's like, dang, for real, I just fit a whole 16 for you. That wasn't good enough, you know?
Yeah.
So being a female rapper, it's like,
they gonna drip something in your drink if you a dude.
I've had that happen.
Oh, see, that's crazy.
I've had that happen before. Like I said, I'm not gonna say no names. I don't associate with certain people on the West Coast because of situations like that. And when I look at other artists go around these people and they try to make it seem like, oh, everything is so popping, it's so cool. It's like, no, I know the behind the scenes.
Right.
I know what's going on the back end. You ain't getting what you getting because you super talented.
Right.
You know? And as a female rapper, I just never wanted that. I never wanted that title on me.
Right.
Never. Like, I will cry, blood, sweat, and tears. I go broke. I remember one year I was eating top ramen every single day. That was when I first started writing for TV. Right. I was working 4 jobs.
That's crazy.
Eating top ramen every day. Lights was off. Gas was off. I didn't tell my mama, my grandma, nobody. I said, I'm going to thug it out. It's going to get better. It's going to get better.
They got better.
So, as a female rapper, I just feel like, too, stick to your guns. Like, don't let nobody put you in a situation to where you sacrifice. Because that's a sacrifice.
Yeah, it is. And I think that kind of like ruins it for like real artists too. Like, that's why you see so many watered down bullcrap artists, because it's kind of like, it's not their talents that's getting them places, is what they willing to do to be there. And it's kind of like, I feel like it's the same boat I'm in. Like, I got integrity, I got morals, I got value. Like, I'm not finna just put myself in any old category or boat with everybody, because at the end of the day, I kind of like, people on the internet ain't even seen the real me. Like, the stuff that I be wanting to say, the controversial stuff that I be wanting to say, how I be wanting to go off on the internet, I don't even do that, because at the end of the day, I know that, like, it's not tailored towards the truth and feeling like, oh, you hating, or oh, he crazy, or he this, or he that. But it's like, are y'all really sitting down thinking about what's going on around y'all? You feel me? Versus like what the industry is saying, or what's popular and what's not, bro. Because at the end of the day, we're in a messed up place in society, and we kind of really need to navigate and fix it and understand it. And it's not no them and us. Like, we all the same people, and we all looked at the same. One person do something, it's all of us. It's all of us. You feel me? And I think that's where the disconnect is. And I think social media for artists have gotten us to a place where if we want to, it's going to be a little harder, and you're going to have to work a little harder. But if you want to be who you are and have your morals, have your respect for yourself and all that stuff, you can be that. It's just you have to wait for that audience to find you, because the algorithm is smushing like content like yours out so it can be more like negative. Towards the forefront. So I think we're in a good space. I think this podcast is gonna take a little minute to pop off, but we're gonna get there. And I aim to not have any like real like for instance, like how you was like saying, oh yeah, I don't want to mention any names. I ain't gonna drill you and be like, oh, say a name, drop a name, drop. I'm not gonna do that because at the end of the day, this is not that. You feel me? And you have that freedom to do so. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm the first female on here, so when he have like Nikki and all of those people on the show, you know, when the podcast blow up, I was the first one. I'm the soldier boy of this. Okay.
She ain't lying though.
I'm the soldier boy. When Megan Good and all of them sitting in these chairs and they in the studio and all that, I'm still gonna be like, yeah, but I was the soldier boy of this.
Right. So, yeah.
Speaking into existence though.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen.
No, it is, because at the end of the day, one thing I learned is history repeats itself, and we've seen the era of negligence, and then we seen the positive, and then now we in the negligence again, and it's gonna go back to the positive, and when it flip there, I'm gonna be right there in y'all face. Shit is, you know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Let the people know where they can find you and what's, you know, in the future for PYT.
Well, you guys, I have a role in a film. They've already started shooting it. It's called Forced Entry.
Dope.
It's going to be on Tubi. It's a couple of other streaming platforms, I believe, that they're talking to or something like that, but I know for sure Tubi. My character is Bernadine. I love that name. Yeah, and I'm a good person, but like all of us, you know, they do stuff to us that make us turn to a whole nother, you know, and that's what happens. So y'all look for that. I'll make sure I let you know
when it drops.
Everybody when it drops, so y'all can check it out. Other than that, I'm actually currently like actively working like to get more placements. It's like artists that's watching, it's like McDonald's, ESPN. Like, it's the end of the year, going into the first quarter, which is January. At this time, October, November, December, they like are actively looking for music. They need theme songs. They need, you know, because when that first quarter come and them new shows come out and commercials and stuff like that, that's new money.
Right.
So, FYI. So I'm working on that, and then I'm still gonna put out music. At this time, I don't want to perform. I don't want to be in that atmosphere anymore. I don't want to keep putting myself in situations that I don't have to. But as far as like releasing music, I'm still gonna release music. I mean, I like it. I like what I do, and I'm good at it.
Do you think there ever be a time where like the music becomes so popular that people like wants to see you in person, that you'll be getting out there?
Yeah. If it's 10 people, you know, and they say that, hey, when the next time you having a performance, I'll book an open mic or something. If you appreciate me enough to want to, because like I said, like, I want to get paid for it, don't get me wrong, but with TV, it was the fact that I was being appreciated. Like, they seen my worth, and it's like, we want more, we want more. If 10 people hit me up and say, we want to see you perform, you want her, okay, meet me on Sunset.
Dope.
I'm at this open mic or whatever. You're showing that you appreciate what I do.
Right.
You know, you willing to pay the little $5 cover charge or whatever you got to pay. I may not be getting paid, but you came to see me. That mean a lot to me.
Right.
So if it's a situation like that, I dust off my boots, get on stage, do my thing for people that want to see me. Yes.
I want to see you perform with like La Russell or something on his backyard or something.
That'd be dope.
I feel like that'd be dope. I ain't gonna lie to you.
He's so dope the way he's like changing the game right now.
And a lot of people, it'd be crazy because I be hearing people saying, oh, this person is the hottest person on the West right now. It's like, are y'all seeing what's going on? Like, what's going on? But that's one of those little hey, I'm gonna pay you for you to say this about my artist type situations versus like what's actually going on. You feel me? I don't respect like money fame. Like like if you famous off of like not your talent, but what people are paid to say about you, it's like, I don't respect it, bro. Tell the people where they can find you, and you know, and what they should do when they find you.
Facebook, they call me PYT. Instagram, they call me PYT. SoundCloud, they call me PYT. Twitter, they call me PYT2. Google me, they call me PYT. Spotify, Apple Music, Deezer, everything is they call me PYT. And before I finish, I just want to say, artists, every time that a social media platform comes out, even if you don't use it, just make an account. So your name can already, the domain, you can already have that with your name. Soon as something came out, I didn't care what it was. Like, I ain't start using Twitter till like maybe 4 or 5 years ago. But soon as it came out, I just went ahead and made my account so nobody could take my name. So you can find me on there. And then when y'all find me, stream my music. Listen to what I got going on. DM me, get to know me, become a fan, you know, become a supporter. Let's talk. Hit me up. Network. You know, I talk to people. People think I don't talk to people, but I do talk to people if it's things that interest me. I'm not gonna talk to you about who baby daddy sleeping with who. I can care less. You know, so I talk y'all.
All right. Thank you for coming through.
Thank you, Cola.
I appreciate it.
Appreciate you.
See y'all later. Cola Cash Show. Zero Boy Productions, Don Cook Media.